Good Morning Malibu. Thanks for waking up with us again on this bright and early Friday morning. I'm Shayla
And I'm Alex Fisher. Grab a cup of coffee and don't move. Good Morning Malibu starts right now.
Sweet.
All right, well, happy Friday morning, everyone.
It's Friday morning, and Alex and I were talking about it is only about a week or so from Halloween.
A week from tomorrow.
The festivities are starting to kick off. It's, a little bit early, but we're starting to plan out our costumes. Have you decided what you're going to be at?
I don't know yet. I have to say,
it's a tough decision.
I've gone up and down the aisles at Target trying to get ideas at different stores, and going online, I still can't.
And they start putting out those decorations so early. I'm always like, no, it's not quite time yet. But now it's a week away. I feel like I can start getting into the Halloween spirit.
It's starting to feel like fall, too.
Yeah, absolutely. We have had some cooler temperatures, so I'm all for it. I'm liking this.
It's really starting to feel like fall, and there's a lot of great activities and stuff that happen during the
We don't quite have all the seasonal color changes, but it's okay. It's the Malibu version of fall.
It's been a week since our homecoming, which is crazy. But it is homecoming season.
It is.
Which is always exciting. And Sean Boots was smiling from ear to ear at his high school homecoming dance. His date was April Clark, the homecoming queen. Here's a video of Sean asking April to homecoming, which was retweeted over 43,000 times on Twitter. Students at Esperanza High School in Anaheim nominated April, who has Down syndrome, on the homecoming court. When the votes were all tallied, April was voted queen. And it gets even better. A man who doesn't know Sean or April was so touched by their story and decided to donate a limo so they could attend the dance in style. And when April was asked about her date, she said, this is really cute, "Sean is the cutest guy. He asked me to go to homecoming and he gave me tears of joy." So if that doesn't make you smile, I don't know what will. I think that is so adorable.
That's such a sweet story.
Such a sweet story.
It just warms my heart to not only to watch the video, but to see the picture and to hear such an uplifting message.
It is. It's just absolutely great. And I got to say, 43,000 times that video was retweeted.
I know. It's really impressive because you hear about things going viral all the time. But again, to see something with such a great message, go viral is really cool.
First cute story, I think it was neat.
Yeah.
So, and it happened just, like 35, 40 minutes away from
Exactly.
here.
So fairly local, too. So there's been lots of cute stories going on this morning. Another one that it was the one baby name that this couple could agree on. Now, for all you Royals fans out there, you'll appreciate this. Audrey Henry and her fiance both grew up in the Kansas City area, and they've always been big Royals fans. So that's why they decided to name their newborn son after the Kansas City Royals. So Royal Scott Titus Overmeyer. There you go. It's 10 days old, and he could be just the good luck charm that the Royals need. Since he was born, the Royals won 5 out of 8 games. Here he is now. And now the Royals have a chance at the World Series. So this kid is so impressive. He even rocked a peace sign during his sonogram, which, I mean, hey,
I just saw
that's pretty impressive.
I just saw that. That was incredible.
Yeah, we just showed it a moment ago. For a baby to rock a peace sign during their sonogram, I was not that advanced, I have to say, early in the womb.
I think that.
Sorry, Mom.
I think that in itself was a story.
That alone shows this kid is on track. But how cute is that, too, to name your son after the Royals?
I was thinking about, should I name my kid Dodger?
I was going to say, Alex, I know you're a big Dodgers fan, so should I expect, are you going to name your son Dodger?
I don't think so.
I'm
a Dodger fan, but I don't think I would be up for that. I'm pretty sure my wife would not be up for that.
You never know. There's time, so think about it.
I mean, maybe something could change. Maybe something can change.
I like the naming after the sports teams, though. I think it's really cute.
Yeah. Well, switching gears a little bit, getting pulled over will give anyone a really bad day. I've had it happen before. It's not the greatest. But one man received some help. 2 police officers pulled over a man for not having his 2 kids in a car seat, but instead of a ticket, the officers went beyond the call of duty, buying 2 car seats. The man had already been issued 2 tickets for the same reason, and one of the officers said giving him a 3rd ticket was not going to do any good because the man could not afford a car seat. So the officers pulled together their own money, this is what I think is really cool, to buy 2 car seats instead of issuing a ticket. I think this is a really neat story. You know, you hear all these stories of police brutality. There's all this negative stuff when it comes to police officers. But there's always these stories that just make you smile. And to me,
absolutely,
that is a true act of service. You know,
this is such a great story to see this police officer go above and beyond the call of duty. Like you said, it's so touching and it's really great.
And taking care of the community. I mean, they're not necessarily they're enforcing the laws, but they are saying the laws are put in place.
They're going that extra mile
to protect citizens, right? And so they are saying, well, instead of just giving you another ticket, giving them the 2 car seats, I think it's great because it does protect the kids as well. So.
Totally, yeah. Such a heartwarming story. Well, one more piece of great news for all of you text messaging fans. Your text messages just got a lot brighter. Alex and I are both super excited about this. Apple just released their latest string of emoticons on Wednesday. Now, the latest update includes more than 150 emoticon characters. These include new facial expressions, of course, a burrito, even a giant chunk of cheese, which, to be honest, I'm still trying to figure out when I'm going to use the cheese one. My personal favorite, I have to say, is the taco because I have been waiting all these years for a Taco Tuesday emoticon. Taco Tuesday always rolls around. I text everyone about it, and I have no taco emoticon. So, you know, the emoticon gods heard my prayers, and there's now a taco emoticon.
There's a lot of emojis that.
Here we go. Alex is ready.
I gotta tell you, I have to admit, I went through these emojis for probably 15 minutes before I went to bed last night, looking through all of them. There's a lot of emojis, and some of these emojis I didn't necessarily think of, but I went, why did we not have this before? Like the taco and the burrito. I always feel that way though when the new ones come out. I'm like, why didn't we have this? So, all right, which ones do you have a personal favorite? I think I'm with you with the taco and burrito. Of course,
Tuesday.
Food. Everyone likes food.
You know, it's Pepperdine appropriate. Food is always a winner.
But there's a couple of the face emojis that I think are kind of funny. They might
I'm going to be throwing in some great facial expressions.
I might not necessarily use them, but you know, they are there. But I have to say, I was really shocked to see that there was a middle finger, a middle finger emoji.
I was surprised about that too.
I was like, oh, okay. Anyways.
Well, shifting gears a bit, it's been a little bit foggier here in Malibu. It's been cooling down. My commute in this morning was a little bit of a struggle.
Little rough, yeah.
Madison's here with us today with the weather. What can we expect? Is that fog going to stick around?
I mean, it might stick around a little bit. You might have to use that new fog emoji in new text messages because there are some. I was thinking about it. I was scrolling through, I was like, where are the weather ones? There's actually a lot of weather emojis, so I'm pretty happy. But before we get into our fog, we're going to go a little bit far away. Hurricane Patricia is going to hit Mexico's Pacific coast today, and its strength will really blow you away. You can see in the video here just how intense it is. With 200-mile-per-hour sustained winds, Hurricane Patricia is the strongest hurricane recorded by the U.S. National Hurricane Center, even stronger than Hurricane Katrina in 2005. So according to Britain's weather service, the storm's intensity is comparable to Typhoon Haiyan, which hit the Philippines in 2013 and killed about 6,000 people. So it's hard to predict the outcome of Hurricane Patricia, but it is expected to remain an extremely dangerous Category 5 hurricane. Well, moving on to Malibu, thankfully we don't have to deal with that this morning, but for surfers, we're looking at pretty fair conditions today. The surf in Malibu is averaging about 2 to 3 feet at the moment, with our next high tide occurring at 6:55 p.m. Moving on to current conditions in Malibu, the temperature in Malibu is a nice 61 degrees, which I'm a big fan of. I put a hoodie on this morning. It was gorgeous. The humidity is 89%, and the northwest winds are currently gusting about 5 miles per hour. And let's take a look at those regional temperatures. So Malibu, as I said, is a beautiful 61, and I am over the moon about it. Thousand Oaks is following us at 60 and experiencing some very heavy fog like we talked about earlier. And then Calabasas, it looks like we are at 60. I'm covering it up, 60. And then Santa Monica, we're at 63 and very sunny. So go to Santa Monica for the day, get a little bit of sun, get some rays in, because the fog everywhere else is not going to let you. Now let's take a look at the weekend forecast. So for Friday, we have a high of 80 today. Not as excited about that. We have a low of 62, which I'm very excited. You know, I like the colder temperatures. I'm from Texas, but somehow I love the cold. It's great. Saturday, you should be looking for a high of 86 and then a low of 64, and we've got some sunny skies. Sunday, a high of 85 and then a low of 62. So, I mean, during the evenings, it will be pretty nice. I mean, Shayla and Alex, this is a beautiful weekend, and I mean, I'm enjoying it already. This is probably a weekend for us to go, dare say, to Disneyland. Is this possible? Is this something we want to do?
Yes.
Of course, though. Let's go to Disneyland on Saturday.
Always time for Disneyland.
There's always time for Disneyland.
No, there's always time. You
have to remember who you're talking to. It's always Disneyland.
It's like giving an addict. I mean,
Thumbs
honestly,
up.
talking about this.
Utilize that pass.
Do it. All right.
Thank you,
guys.
Thank you, Madison. When we return, another presidential candidate is dropping out of the race. Don't go anywhere. Alexis is going to bring us the latest.
And do you want a sweet treat? Well, we have Zippie Cookie here telling us about how you can help feed people by eating cookies.
It's a win-win.
Another Democratic presidential nominee is dropping out of the race. The former Rhode Island governor, Lincoln Chafee, announced his withdrawal from the race in a press release this morning. Although he was never a serious factor in the Democratic race, he has decided to end his campaign. This news comes just a couple days after candidate Jim Webb dropped out and VP Joe Biden announced he would not seek nomination. Now this fatal collision in France has left 43 killed and 8 injured. It was a head-on collision between a truck and a bus. The two vehicles immediately caught fire. The accident took place on a narrow road near the village Poisson at 7:30 a.m. their time. Officials are saying this is the country's worst traffic accident in 33 years. Now from Tijuana, Mexico, across the U.S. border into San Diego, another drug tunnel has been found. 2,600 feet long and 33 feet deep. This ventilated tunnel is one of the longest ever built under the U.S. border. The discovery has led to the arrest of 22 people and the confiscation of 12 tons of marijuana, which has an estimated worth of $6 million. Sources who wish to remain anonymous believe the tunnel is the work of fugitive drug cartel leader Joaquin El Chapo Guzman's gang. Now we have Stacia here with sports.
Los Angeles Kings beat the San Jose Sharks with vengeance last night to post their third straight win this season. Kings topped the Sharks 4-1, handing San Jose their third consecutive loss. Kings came to play with something to prove after losing to the Sharks in their season opener. Jeff Carter scored twice and Jonas Enroth made 39 saves to keep the Sharks at bay. The Kings are 3-3 at the start of their season. UCLA football fans celebrate a bittersweet victory over the California State Golden Bears. After suffering a loss to Stanford last week, UCLA revives hopes for a Pac-12 championship after defeating 20th-ranked Cal State 40-24. The Bruins did not leave the rivalry match unscathed, losing their leading rusher, tackler, and leading receiver due to injury. It looks like the Bruins will be limping into conference title play as the injured roster reaches 8 men in the last 2 weeks. Our Waves suffered a decisive loss to BYU last night at home. 12th-ranked BYU took down the Waves in 3 consecutive sets, 25-13, 25-19, and 25-16 respectively. Freshman outside hitter Nikki Lyons led the Waves offense with 9 kills, 19 service receptions, 2 digs, and 1 block assist. Pepperdine is 13-9 overall and 4-5 in conference play, and they will take on San Diego at home tomorrow at 1 p.m. Our fans can start their cheering at the field or poolside this afternoon. Soccer takes on Gonzaga at 3, while water polo takes on Concordia at 3:30. Water polo play continues into Saturday versus Long Beach State at noon, with volleyball challenging San Diego at 1. On Sunday, soccer hosts Portland at 1 to wrap up the weekend play. Back to you, Alex and Shayla.
Thanks,
All right,
Stacia.
Stacia.
Well, coming up, here's an interview that you won't want to miss. We have the co-founder of Zippie Cookies with us.
And Adele dropped some big news on all her fans. Lauren and Kyle will bring you up to speed up next.
From music to movies, we've got all sorts of entertainment news for you all today. A model living it up with Chris Brown and Suge Knight for the 2014 VMAs had to step off the One Oak dance floor and into an ambulance after being shot. The model is now suing One Oak for negligence and inadequate security. According to TMZ, model Megan Hawkins says One Oak was aware of Chris Brown's gang ties and knew Suge Knight was trouble, but failed to provide adequate security. Suge Knight was shot 6 times and Hawkins once. Hawkins says she suffered greatly from pain, loss of work, and overwhelming medical bills. One Oak has yet to comment.
I don't know, Kaylee, what do you think about this?
I don't know, it's really sad. That's what I think, and especially because she was shot in the butt. So
I'm sorry, but that's funny.
That must have been like the worst surprise ever, like just to feel that like when you're dancing or something. I don't know, but hopefully I'm glad she's okay. And
yeah, well, shifting gears, Grammy Award-winning singer Adele has announced her long-awaited comeback, which fans couldn't be more excited about. The soulful singer dropped the first single off her new album today called Hello, which fans can't get enough of. While her 2011 smash hit album 21 was about breaking up, Adele says the new album called 25 is about making up. It goes on sale November 20th. Will you be purchasing the album?
Yes, I think I will. I mean, I got a text from my cousin this morning saying that her new song was dope, so I definitely have to check it out.
I'm a big Adele fan, but every time I listen to her songs, I always feel like I need a box of Kleenex, and I just feel like I'm going to just start crying.
Yeah, hopefully this one is about making up, so we'll see. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
we
a little
shall.
happier.
Well, on a positive side, it looks like Chloe and Lamar are back on again. According to TMZ, Chloe had her lawyer withdraw the divorce papers they both signed to end their marriage, which was still waiting to be processed by a judge. The judge has granted her wish, and now Lamar and Chloe are free to work on their marriage as well as his recovery. Chloe filed for divorce in December 2013, but sat on it for a year and a half because she tried to save her marriage by trying to get Lamar into rehab. She gave up on that idea this summer. Happy to see that they are giving it another chance. I don't really know how I feel about this because I was a big fan of Chloe and James Harden, and I just feel sad for him because I feel like he's just like the rebound.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sending good vibes over to Chloe and Lamar's way. I just think maybe it'll end up like a happy story, so we'll see.
Who knows, or another tragedy.
Yes, but moving on to the movies this weekend, with 5 movies hitting theaters this week, it looks like there's something for everyone. In Rock the Casbah, Bill Murray plays a rock and roll manager who gets stranded in Afghanistan and finds a great new talent. In Jim and the Holograms, an internet video brings a small-town girl fame in the music world. On her journey, she struggles balancing family and fame. Also opening up this weekend is the new Steve Jobs film. The movie follows the launch of 3 iconic Apple products and explains the life of Apple's complicated but brilliant co-founder. You can also catch Vin Diesel on the big screen this weekend as the last witch hunter. In the film, he battles the most powerful witches in history. And that's a wrap for all your celeb gossip this week. Back to you, Shayla and Alex.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Some good movies coming out this weekend. I'm pumped.
I gotta say, I haven't seen. Have you seen Steve Jobs yet?
No,
I haven't either. I've heard it's fantastic, so I'm really excited.
And
for
Gem
that.
and the Holograms, I'll be there.
All right, well, don't go anywhere. Zippie Cookie is here. How they help people with little to no access of food through baking fresh goods.
Gonna be delicious.
Yes. All right, welcome back to Good Morning Malibu. I hope you are hungry and you're wanting a sweet treat. We have Noah here, who is the co-founder and president of Zippie Cookie.
Right.
And so
It's never too early for cookies, right?
Never too early.
Friday
It's never too
morning,
early.
it's cookie time. It's
So why don't you tell us a little bit about Zippie Cookie for those who may not know exactly what it's about?
Sure. So Zippie Cookie is an on-campus delivery service for students who live on campus.
That's good.
We also have a catering service. So it works just like you would order pizza online. You go to our website, zippiecookie.com. There's the orders tab. You see all our different cookies, and then you just select the ones you want, and we deliver them to your door.
And I'm sure
that is a win-win.
I'm sure, you know, we've got Halloween coming up. It's the fall season is slowly but surely approaching. So I know that I am guilty of this.
Yeah.
I always have a sweet tooth, but especially during the holiday season. So I mean,
So we have to
might be some time
ask,
for Zippie cookies.
do you deliver to the CCB? Most important question.
Unfortunately, not yet. We're still
All
working
right, that's
on.
okay. We'll figure something out. We'll figure out a way to get our sweet tooth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, something that's so unique about Zippie Cookie is your guys' work with nonprofits. That's always been something that you've done. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Sure. So currently, we actually donate 25% of our profits to Stop Hunger Now. They're a world hunger charity that their main cause, their focus is to try to fight the issue of world hunger. But in the future, we want to actually partner with them a little bit more and make a connection with them and actually have them come to Pepperdine University. So something they do at other universities, they have food packaging events where they bring a truck of food and bags, and they have a assembly line style setup. And students can come out and volunteer, and they'll package food that they go ahead and then take and ship to countries that need it the most. So we want to develop our relationship with them a little bit more than just donating on a regular basis. We want to partner with them a little bit and give back more if we can.
It's such a win-win because I get to satisfy my sweet tooth and know that a portion is going to a good cause.
Right.
So
That's great.
I'm a big fan.
So I have to ask, I've been thinking about this all morning long because, of course, it might be close to 9:30, but I'm still thinking about cookies. So what are some of the top flavors that you have?
Sure. So our top flavors are chocolate chip and snickerdoodle.
I can see why. I can imagine why.
My favorite's actually oatmeal raisin.
Okay,
It's kind of like our hidden gem. People don't order it as much. They should. It's a mistake on their part, but can't blame them for that. But definitely chocolate chip and snickerdoodle are our top two. We also have a sugar, oatmeal, vegan oatmeal, cinnamon, and then a brownie.
All right, and so it is fall time.
Right.
Lots of fall, lots of pumpkin. Is there any special fall flavor coming out?
There is. So we actually have another vegan cookie coming out. Yes. It's a vegan pumpkin chocolate chip.
That sounds amazing. All right, I know which one I'm ordering.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I love cookies,
flavor.
but I think I might have to go with the pumpkin.
It's a winner because it is pumpkin season.
Of
so my
course.
thought is the month of October and November, you can't say no to anything pumpkin.
No.
Right.
Probably not the healthiest solution, but we're gonna go with it.
And it's not available yet.
Nope, not available yet. We actually haven't set a launch date, so it's still kind of not out there yet. But we've been sampling it to students that we know and around campus a little bit. So
it's early. We're a little bit ahead of the game.
A little bit early. Okay.
Glad
but
we know.
we could expect to see it
Absolutely.
sometime soon, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
And lastly, what inspired you guys to start this? You're one of the co-founders. What initially launched this?
So Brianna and I actually kind of have a connection with the countries in our history that struggle with hunger. So I come from an Ethiopian background. My family is Ethiopian, and she's half Moroccan. And so I've been to Ethiopia a few times myself, and seeing what the living situations are like there, it kind of inspired me to want to do something more and something greater than just going to school and taking my classes. I wanted to actually give back to the community, and so this was something that we thought of early freshman year actually, and started the planning process to go ahead and launch this and do that. So.
Sweet.
Well, great.
It's a win-win.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show and talking about Zippie Cookie. I've got to order some cookies here.
Sounds like a win.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
We'll see you back here next week.